Hey guys, Nick Drossos. I'm here with Tom Stewart from Easy Nets. He came down from Toronto, Ontario to train with me. He's been following the HERO program, the self-defense tutorial, and we're basically looking at some of the training he's done, but now we're basically going a little bit more in depth, and we're covering a very good question. Nick, where do I look at when I'm faced with my attacker? So there's this idea that when I'm faced with my attacker, I'm looking at his eyes. Now, looking at his eyes is not really going to help you in any way. What actually happens, if I'm looking at his eyes, what happens all the time, you go into tunnel vision. You forget about everything that's going around, meaning your environment, multiple attackers, if he has a weapon, because I'm doing this, so stare at me, you're doing this stuff, and you forget about everything that's going on around. So what do you want to be looking at? I always tell people the first thing you want to look at are his hands. So when I'm face to face, the first thing I want to learn right away, where his hands, don't move. So let's say I'm the bad guy. The first thing I'm talking to you, without even, the first instinct should be, where are his hands, right? The other thing I want to look at is his footwork. What distance is he taking, right? So don't move, Tom, put your hands down. So if I'm talking to Tom and suddenly I do this, and I'm back here, that means I might be a kicker. Right? I'm getting into kicking range. If I'm talking to Tom here and suddenly I bring the back leg here, maybe this is my strong side because I want to sucker punch him, right? So the distance of the feet, whichever one he angles off, that's the sign of which arm is a righty or a lefty most of the cases. The third place you want to look at is center mass, shoulders. If he decides to punch with anything, that's going to go back, or the other one's going to go back. Okay, so these are the three really important things to be looked at. Now there's other small ones like pacing, looking around, shifting your angle. All those are signs and cues that the person might be preparing his attack. Now the quicker you could pick up on that, the faster you could go preemptive and strike the guy. The best time to hit the person is as if, let's say you're going to throw your punch, boom. As he's setting up his punch, as the body expands, I step in and I strike him. That's the best moment. So when I'm faced, first thing, instinctively, guys, where's his hands? What range is he taking? Where's his shoulders moving? Is he trying to come around me? Is he looking around? Is he making a signal? Is he reaching for something? Boom, you have to strike him that very moment, right? So don't get caught up into this stuff, looking at the eyes. If you're looking at him, you're also focusing on everything else that's going around. You just don't want to go into tunnel vision. Do you have any questions, Tom?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I like the fact that, again, this goes into exactly the segment that's when do I strike?
When you strike.
It's a perfect segue. So now I'm moving around and I come in like this.
Oh, right now.
If I'm this close,
I'm striking him. There's no way.
What we talked about after the segment, to be honest with you, and is that really Nick can't be there with you.
Yeah.
So what Nick does is Nick's program gives you something you don't have if you don't take the program, if you get in trouble, which is an option.
Yeah.
So now, if I have a prick who's after me for whatever reason, a bar or whatever it is, well, the old days, I'd just be like, holy shit, and I'd run. Now, I'm prepared for the option of if I have to,
boom,
I can. Not that I want to, but if I have to, I now can.
And again,
that makes you feel awesome.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? It's about empowering and just giving you options and tools and the confidence that, yeah, you could walk away and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
You might intercept it, but also by you being able to pick up the cues and know what to look for, it's also going to make it easier for you to make a decision to know when do I hit him, because I'm able to read that first preemptive strike.
Actually, to add to that, he'll make the decision for you. Because you now are prepared with the tools to strike properly and to escape, this person, if they do those things, you're fully within your right to hit them.
And I could tell you guys, when I used to work in clubs, it was textbook. Most of the guys that came to me at the club, they were talking, they were angling off, they were doing this, they were pacing, they were looking around. Sometimes they try to come around me. I would see that. Like, nobody just walked up to me, stood there and punched. they all did something prior because they're sizing you up, right? They're sizing you up. They're scanning you. They're checking your behavior. They're checking, are you afraid? You're not afraid. How do you react? You push back. Do you look down? Do you look up? Do you look away? As I'm saying, if you're looking at him, it's fine, right? If I'm looking at you now, but I'm looking at what you're wearing, how your hands are. If you went to strike me with anything, I would right away be ready and come in as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So the fight starts at that very moment. The fight doesn't start when the punch is thrown. The fight starts the moment you make visual or intuitive contact. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to learn more self-defense, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. 48 lessons. We have a women's self-defense section, my instructor course, seminars, brand new fight analysis as well. I'm giving away a free t-shirt for the next 30 days. Fight for a t-shirt when you join the program. As well as check out Tom Stewart from EasyNet.
Thank you.
Again, one of the most inspiring people. I keep saying it, Tom, I love you, man. He was on Dragon's Den as well. And it's amazing that he came from Toronto to train with me. And he's 62 years old and he's still learning this. So if you're in your 50s and you're like, oh, well, can I still learn self-defense? Yes. It doesn't always have to be punching and striking. There's a lot of stuff you can learn, just how to use this the moment you walk out of your house. Because the attack starts the moment you make visual or intuitive contact. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and stand strong.